Hi guys, I am Colleen and I'm a person. I like to read and I like to write, but I do whatever on this channel. And today I thought I would show you how I made this snow fairy costume. But first, before that, I thought I would show you some of the things that I have DIY'd. I'm going to try to quickly and concisely show you all the things that I have DIY'd for like skits and shorts. For the shorts that I have been uploading the past week, I made this frown. It's basically just wires and some floral tape. I used metal wire and then some floral tape, and then I did the same thing with the beads. I just inserted some wire through them and then intertwined it with the main crown thing. There. Okay, so the next one, again from the same week, the Dryad week, I made this corset. It's just a corset. I have only made 5 corsets in total, so I am not the best at keeping the stitches clean. I used zip ties for the boning, and I'm sure you can find a lot of corset making tutorials out there. Okay, so the next one I'm going to be showing you is this corset. By the way, I'm showing all of these because I have been getting a lot of questions. I couldn't really explain it in a way that was short and sweet. So yeah, I thought I would just show you all the things that I made so that if you don't see it here, you can safely assume that I bought it off of, I think you can get a lot of the things that I got from Etsy or Amazon. But yeah, for this particular corset, it's just 3 pieces, like the gold one, which is also 3 pieces. For this one, it's in 3 pieces. Again, I used zip ties for the boning, chains, and some twine for the sides. There. I think I used this for the pirate week. Next one is this clutter belt. I bought this belt on sale, and basically I used a soldering iron and punched holes so that I could insert these things and these items. This bag, I got it from my auntie, but unfortunately it wasn't long before something happened to the leather, but I didn't want to just throw it away. So I used it for this, which is actually really suits the vibe, I think. This is a key. It's decorative. Another key that's decorative. I have actually more keys to add to this thing, but yeah, basically it's just a utility clutter belt thing. I also made this cape for Dryad week. I'm sure you've seen it in action. This lower, is this organza? Part is basically just rectangular, and I stitched it at the center here, and then about a quarter of the way to this side and this side. And this top part, it's crinoline. I believe, I could be mistaken, but I believe this is the thing that is used for petticoats, like to make your ball gown poofy. You're gonna see this in the snow fairy costume tutorial later, but I basically did the same thing with this, where I put fabric under the crinoline and then used the soldering iron to cut it into the shape that I want. And I just added these, I don't know if you can see that, these studs, golden things. And then the clasp is just, I made a mistake with the clasp. This next one, this is upcoming. I haven't used these yet, but I was planning like an elf thing next. And I made this quiver. The base of this is felt. I'm sure you can see. The inside is felt, and I have a lot of these hardware things, these metallic clasp things lying around. And yeah, I used it to make that. This arrow container, I think it's called a quiver, but I'm not sure. I could be sorely mistaken, but anyway, I made that. And of course I couldn't just have regular arrows. I had to be very extra with it. For the arrows, I made these. I kept seeing Pinterest photos of arrows that were like super extra, and you know this is not gonna work if it was a real arrow, but it's not. It's just decorative. It's basically this balloon stick made fancy. This part is a shrinky dink, a very large shrink thing. I used shrinking film and toasted it so that I could get this part. And then this is laminated. This is laminating paper that I just colored the inside of and then laminated it. And yeah, this middle one is just floral tape. I made a lot of those so that I could put them in my little arrow thing and live the fantasy. But yeah, I was making them yesterday. It's kind of pretty. I know it's a very large bottom, but I liked it. I liked the idea of a butterfly wing for the bottom. This is the armor that I made, the hip armor that I made for this project. The base of this again is felt. If you saw the other armor, the metal leatherette armor that I did, it's the same pattern. And I just did these fake leaves. This is just wire and beads, like I explained earlier. I didn't include this in the tutorial itself. I also made this scepter as part of the snowflake fairy costume. This flower laser cut thing I already had on hand, and I just hot glued some beads on there and these, I don't know what those are called, but yeah. And yeah, it's a scepter. It's basically this metal thing made fancy. So I don't really know what I did with that actually. I just looked at what I had on hand and made it pretty. This is a real bow, and it's bigger than I am. But yeah, I also have a very short clip of me making this. Just this decorative part. For the snow fairy tutorial, the first thing I did was make the skirt. I was planning to do a nude illusion thing with this, and that's still the plan, but I don't have the nude or tan skirt for under it yet, but I can wear that separately as sort of an under skirt thing. For the skirt, I put this blue satin fabric under the crinoline and then used a soldering iron to cut out the snowflake shape. Basically each prong, each side and point, each point is one of these. It's fairly huge. So it can be quite challenging, especially for the white part, the white snowflake. That's why I don't have any footage of me cutting that, because it was quite challenging. I think I was doing that for like 2 days. The footage I have for this part, this base flake part, is of me sewing it using a sewing machine, but I didn't actually push through with that. I hand sewed this part. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, after that, I just layered everything on top of each other, sort of a window, so you can see the blue peeking under from the white parts. And yeah, that's the skirt. Okay, next is this top. As I said, these laser cut flowers I already had, and basically I just pinned them down the way I wanted. I think I also have footage of me pinning it onto the mannequin without the corset, because at that point I couldn't really get a vibe for the top of the costume. All I had was a photo that I saw off of Pinterest. That's the main inspiration for all this. I saw a photo of a fairy, and if I can find it, I'll put it up. And I was like, I want to make that. I bet I could make that. Just all audacity, and I made it. Not as pretty. It's still good. Again, I was doing a nude illusion thing, so I made this corset again from scratch. I used zip ties for the boning, and yeah, basically I just pinned it onto the corset and very haphazardly stitched it using the sewing machine. I was already very sick of the lace-up process, so I did this hook and eye thing for the back. I also made, well, it's a stretch to say that I made these, but I made earrings. This is a Christmas ornament, as you can tell, and I basically just added a few beads on top here And again, I had these earring things lying around. That's how I make most of my earrings for these videos, these shorts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you somehow or even inspired you to create something. As you saw with the tutorial, I wasn't really like neat about the stitches or like professional in any way, but yeah, I really enjoyed making it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!